When making an investment, I generally always try to ask myself whether a technology can change people's lives. Hi, my name is Bode, and I'm an investor in Occuity. My background is that I've quite recently completed my PhD in biology, and in particular, I have a background and expertise in stem cell biology and also gene therapy. When making an investment, I generally always try to ask myself the question of whether a technology can change people's lives. So that's how I always start with. And then from that point, I look at how can this company, this technology achieve that? So how can it make a difference in people's lives? And my third question then is to look for how many people can actually benefit from it as well. So these are the three criteria that I look for. Has it the potential to transform people's lives? How can it do it? And how many people can benefit from it? So the idea of trying to build a technology that has a lot of value for many people and transform their experience of diagnostics. So that was for me the first thing that appealed to me to Occuity in particular. What appealed to me, in addition to providing the value for people, is for Occuity to trying to build a platform where it's not just a single product. The underlying technology can actually be used to address quite a broad range of different diseases and topics in diagnostics. And that was for me very, very appealing. So I first decided to invest in the campaign actually partially due to Dan's responsiveness to queries on Seedrs, to be honest, and the thoroughness of these responses. Generally, I find that for a young startup to work, the team is so crucial. So having a team that is constantly thinking about contingencies, who have a thorough plan and are responsive to investors is extremely valuable. So that is something that really raised my confidence in Occuity. The eye has actually been one of the first tissues where both stem cell therapies and gene therapies have been applied. So it's a very interesting tissue/organ in the human body as well. So it's been subject to a lot of innovation in recent years. But in addition to all of this kind of therapeutic innovation, it is really vital to have good diagnostic tools. And ideally, they are very effective, minimally invasive, user-friendly. That is absolutely essential because the ecosystem of healthcare requires both. It requires effective therapeutics, but also effective diagnostic tools. And quite often, at least for my background, I focus on the therapeutic side, and I believe the diagnostic side is equally valuable and as important, really. So with Occuity setting that as a key mission for themselves and a vision for the company, I think is very crucial. And that's why I'm also very happy to have been kind of part of the journey over the last year or so, as an investor, obviously. My experience with the progress since the first round has been generally very positive. I'm still impressed with the responsiveness of Dan, in particular, to all queries in great detail, answering every single question, which is incredibly important to raise confidence of us as investors being outside of the company, right? And what I was also quite impressed with is that the supply chain issues and regulatory issues, all these kind of setbacks in the timeline, which have occurred over the last year or so, are being addressed as well. So the team knows about it too, and I feel that despite some of these issues, there is good progress being made. And in particular, the kind of the contingency planning of how to overcome some of these issues has been great. So identifying the problem, addressing it, and communicating with us as investors how potential issues are being addressed. And there's always some issues along the way, so it's completely normal. And that raises for me as well the confidence in the team. So I've definitely been happy with kind of these progresses made since the first round. Ultimately, I decided to invest in Occuity because I feel that the approach that is being taken to de-risk the platform and to achieve the initial proof of concept has been clear. So there are steps being made to progress the platform, to de-risk the platform, and really focus on getting that first application approved and out there. And by prioritizing that and building towards this goal, I feel that has been one of the key items of why I decided to continue to support Occuity, because they're making the right decision, the right steps towards making that crucial initial proof of concept and regulatory approval. In addition to it as well, being awarded multiple quite prestigious grants is a really nice sign of that Occuity are looking at kind of the platform 2.0 almost. So what is the long-term potential of the platform? Where can we take it? What issues can we address? And I really like that long-term thinking as well, where on the front end, you focus on that initial proof of concept and are really focused in the initial stages, and in the background simultaneously building the infrastructure to be able to grow the platform and build a long-term company that can address quite a broad range of issues and develop a broad range of transformative products as well in diagnostics. So these two things combined for me is ultimately why I decided to continue to invest in Occuity.